and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, I am going to explore the new drum sampler in the Live 12.1 beta. I believe I am on beta 4 as of shooting this video. However, by the time that this video goes out, there may be a more recent version, I can't tell. But this is the version I will be looking at today. And remember everyone, it is a beta, so there might be some bugs, but I haven't found any yet. So what is drum sampler? Well, as the name suggests, it's a sampler primarily for doing drums, but you don't have to, but I think that's what they want. It's a very simple and quick and dirty interface, but that does not mean it's without its power or its flexibility. And I'm going to try and explore some of this stuff. And I'm going to do that in a drum rack. So before I get started, I'm just going to very quickly go to my user library, go to defaults, go to dropping samples on a drum rack. And I'm just going to drop that in there so that whenever I drop a sample onto a drum rack cell, it's going to load in drum sampler. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sample myself making a silly little blip noise. So let's make a track and I'll just turn that off and just record a quick little something like this or something. There we go. Did that work? Yeah, I recorded that there. So basically I pushed my bottom lip into my top lip and then pushed out and made a like that. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take that and crop that down to something quite small. Okay, brilliant. Then I'm going to go and get a drum rack. Where's the drum rack? Let's get the drum rack, put that in there. And then if I drop that on there, boom, it's loaded into a drum sampler and we can hear the sound I just made. So I'm just going to like draw in one note here, maybe just something like this and have a listen. So there are some things here like start position, the length. So you can sort of set the start position and the length like this. And then there's gain. There's some very, very simple attack, hold and decay amplitude envelopes, transposition, detune, trigger and gate. That's very much like simpler. This is kind of an even simpler in many ways. Then there's this effects section, which is really interesting. You've got all these different effects and then these two controls here. Pretty basic filter, some volume panning, velocity to volume. And then this mod section, which I'm going to explore quite a lot. You can use either velocity or slide to affect things like the filter, the amplitude envelope, or effects 1 and effects 2, which is pretty interesting. So some of these effects are actually really good for just designing completely new drum sounds. So I'm going to do that with this little blip I've put in here. I'm just going to turn the gain up a little bit. And I'm going to go to this sub oscillator and see if I can maybe use this to make a sort of kick drum out of this blip I've just recorded. Ooh. Okay. So we get a nice little boomy kick there, and then I can maybe filter out some of that top end. That's not half bad, is it? All right, let's go up to 140. And then let's try the same thing again. Let's just drop that sample again on a new cell and then see if we can make some sort of snare sound. I'm just going to draw in a snare here like this, maybe an extra kick here, something like this. So with this snare, we could use this noise source here, which just adds noise to the sample. And you've got a color. It's not a half bad snare. If we go into the high pass filter, we could whack up the resonance and maybe add a bit of body. It's not half bad. Okay, we're good. We're cooking. Right, let's keep going. Let's drop that sample in here again. See if we can make a hi-hat pretty much the same way. I'll just draw in some 16th notes here. And we'll turn on the noise. And maybe pitch it up a bit. Again, bit of high pass. And then what I might try and do is use some velocity to affect the decay of the instrument. So I'm going to go and get my velocity plugin, drop that here. This by default I've set to just randomize all velocities. And then we can go to velocity here, go to decay, and just try dial in 10%. Yeah, can you hear that? There's a little bit of modulation on that decay. So if I pull that down and increase this to maybe 25. Oh, not 100, 25. All right, this is pretty good. All that from just a simple little Right, let's keep going. Let's maybe do some more. Let's drop another one in here. This is all from one sample. And for this one, I'm maybe going to do some 16th notes here. And then let's ping that into the same window. And let's go to this one here, go to the chants. And I'm going to pull the chants down quite a bit on all of those. Very nice. And then I'm going to get my velocity plugin again, put that there. And then let's maybe see if we can modulate the filter. So let's turn this effect off. Let's turn this decay down a little bit. We've just got a little bit of a filtery percussion thing there. It's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Let's do something else. Let's put this one here, and let's do the same thing maybe with this FM effect and ring mod. There's loads of stuff to explore here. This punch kind of does like a sort of transient shaping, maybe a little bit like on the drum bus. Let's go with FM. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy those notes. Is that the right one? Maybe I should name these a little bit. What's this one? Okay, let's name that filter. And then this one, we'll rename this FM. That's fine, because I want to put those in the same choke group so that they can choke each other out. And then I'm going to go here and copy those notes. Maybe I'll solo this a second. And yeah, we'll change this to effect FX2, which essentially would be this. So I'll put that about halfway and set this to about 50% and then turn the amount up. Now we've got like a sort of fun sort of FM percussion thing. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's hear them all together. Now they're sounding a little wimpy at the moment, but I'll punch them up a little bit later on. Let's just get all the sounds I want first. Let's drop in another one here. And then, yeah, I'll copy those notes. I'm going to call this one Stretch, which I've spelt wrong, never mind. And I'm going to do the same thing and sort of stretch the sample. So let's get the velocity plugin in again here. And I'll draw in, copy these notes over. And I'll just solo this one now. And this stretch thing is really interesting. Does like a real-time time stretch on the sample. Let's maybe make this a bit louder so we can hear it better. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, glitchy. Right, let's assign the velocity now to FX2, which will do the grains. Pull the grains to the lowest amount, and then I think if we go into a positive percentage, that's how much it's going to modulate above that number. That would be my guess. So let's set it to like 15%. So on each new hit, the velocity gets randomized and thus changes those grain sizes. Very nice. We could also, you can actually also play the drum sampler like a little sampler like across the keyboard. So I'm actually just going to drop in a random now and just sort of change the pitch randomly. Just make some weird glitchy sounds. Okay, let's listen to this all together. Okay, it's pretty fun. Maybe on this stretchy one, I'll do a bit of a high pass. Okay, let's put that in the same choke group as the other ones as well. Okay, so let's maybe beef it up a little bit. Let's close this down for a second. Let's go and get the... Actually, let's close this window down. Let's go and get the OTT. Let's get the drum bus first. Let's get the drum bus in there. Let's group that, open that out, pull the drive down, pull the transients all the way up. And then let's go and get the OTT. This is my thing I like to do right now. I like to use these in parallel. Parallel ridiculous compression. Let's see what that's like. It's probably going to be quite loud. I'll turn my volume down here. Yeah. So the OTT is flattening it and the drum bus is giving it some punch. And then let's maybe just add one more compressor. Let's just use all the compressors. Let's bring in the glue, turn the soft clip on to turn that down to there. Turn the makeup gain to there. beat repeats now. Let's pull in the beat repeat. Do some settings. These are settings I just generally like to do quite often. And then get another one of these, put these here, set this to 16s. Putting the offset down here, turn the gate all the way down to there. Yeah, that's fine. Also, maybe punch this kick drum a little bit more. Let's put the drum bus on just the kick drum. Oh, you can hear that surface noise coming through. It's quite tasty. And again, because you can sort of play the drum sampler like a pitched instrument as well, we could add in a random here. But what I might do is snap this to the global scale. Let's say like, let's just go for C minor blues, and then I'll set this to bidirectional with a choice of maybe 3 notes and about 15%. And then it might just play a little bass line on the kick drum, which has now become a bit of a noisy mess, but I kind of think it's quite tasty. Let's do the same thing for the snare. Yeah, that snare is sounding pretty good, but I just want it to punch a little bit more. Oh, yeah. I'm going to resample this, it's kind of fun. Yeah, that was good. I'm just going to do 1 bar though, just get 1 bar by itself. Okay, so this is kind of fun. So that's one way to do it with beats and stuff like this, but also it's a pretty interesting sound design tool as well. So let's bring in this, just a fresh one, and then let's drop in that one loop that I did here. And what I'm just going to do is just draw in 1 note here like this. Let's stop that clip. Yeah. Because you can sort of, let's see what this is like with the punch on. Let's try this punch. I think that might be more of like a transient shaping thing. Maybe it kind of does a little duck at the start of the transient and then pulls the volume back up. This little graphic here is really rather nice. This loop is very interesting. You can kind of do like some sort of granular stuff with it. Let's make it a bit louder. Yes, that's suitably bonkers for me. Right, let's maybe make this a little longer. No, not duplicate. Let's make it 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times. And then let's loop that. And I'm just going to record in some very silly automation of this. So let's arm that. Very nice. XY granular phase shifting stuff. Okay. Where did that stop? All right, let's loop that at about 17. Yes, that's madness. Right, let's go into the MPE, and because the slide is enabled, although I am actually using the automation to control these 2 macros here, but maybe I could use the slide to control the filter. Let's just try this right now, and then we could draw in some of this new MPE automation stuff. So let's go here. Let's go to the LFO MPE and let's set this to do the slide here. And it looks like it's already drawn some stuff in already. I can't think what that would be. What is that? That's the slide. All right. I didn't actually... How did that happen? All right. That's a bit strange. So let's maybe like grab a bit of this and apply some of... Oh, it's because I've applied this transform. That's why. Let's set this to random. This is amazing. I love this like random automation generator thing. This is brilliant. What a time to be alive. All right, let's go back to the instrument. Let's see what's going on here. All right, now let's dial in the slide here to go to the filter. Yeah, mad. Yeah. That is what it's all about. Let's maybe go to this, show these automations here. Where are we? Where's the automation? Envelopes. Here we go. Loop offset, automation. Yeah, let's, I'm just going to draw in some more random things here, and then I'm going to select them all and simplify the envelope. Yeah, there we go. Simplify that. And then let's do the same for the loop length as well. Let's maybe make some of these a little bit more extreme like this. Select all, right click, go simplify envelope. All right, let's listen to that now. Let's maybe stick a limiter on here just to keep our ears safe. Oh my goodness me. What have I done? Yeah. So why don't we resample that and put that back into the other drum rack? I'll be interested to see if this works. It's quite a long sample. I think it could probably handle any length of sample, but let's stop that for a second. Let's drop this into like this one here. Is it going to do it? All right. Let's just call this one. Let's just call this one grain, and then I'll go back into the clip here and copy these MIDI notes to grain. And then I might use the expression control to jump to a random start position. Let's do that, shall we? Let's go and get the MIDI effects, expression control, and go to random, set this to remote, set this to map, and map that to the start position. And then let's fire this off. I mean, this is just total mayhem, really, isn't it? Let's resample this as well. Just resample everything. You'll have a wonderful time. Stretch this even more. Let's see what it's like with the the pitch envelope didn't really have it. Yeah. Now we can make the sounds a little bit more squirty. Okay. Okay, brilliant. So there you go. That was a quick exploration of the new drum sampler in the Ableton Live 12.1 Beta 4 as of when I'm shooting this video. I think this could be a pretty useful tool. I quite like how you can just sort of drop anything in and kind of transform it into other stuff that's very orientated towards percussion. Very nice, very quick and easy to use, but still pretty flexible and lots of stuff to explore. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to go and put this on my Patreon now, where if you've got the Live 12.1 Beta 4, then you can download this and support the channel. And it all goes towards making more juicy content like this. So thanks, everyone. See you next time. Have fun in the Live 12 Beta. Bye.